Oh my goodness! Well, leaves!
The
Wait, can we go back?
That's a hate crime to parkour, that.
You clip the edges, you're dead, basically.
Yeah.
Hello guys, I'm Benj.
I'm Toby, and we're from the parkour team Storror.
And today we are going to be reality checking Assassin's Creed. I've been doing parkour and watching parkour for almost 2 decades, so we've got a lot of knowledge between us, so it's exciting to see what we've got.
Let's get into it. Reality check. Let's go.
Come on. Here we go. Here's the first clip. This is from Assassin's Creed Shadows, I believe.
Let's have it.
Bit difficult jumping around with a sword on your back, but...
Oh, the old stride stick. Interesting.
Oh,
the alpine
Wait, can we go
knee.
back? Can we go back?
The alpine
You'll be
knee.
cancelled out of any parkour
No. I didn't
around the
expect
world.
this. I didn't expect this so early on.
Like-
That's a hate crime to parkour, that climb up there. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. Absolutely savage.
Yeah, you're just never supposed to use your knees on a climb up because they're such a sensitive part of your body. We
It
avoid
is.
knees and elbows at all costs, typically, so that is kind of interesting to see. So the stride spot over water is definitely something that we've done before, and to be fair, the game mechanics look pretty spot on.
I think there's crazy power from static
Yeah.
positions. That's the only thing I think that jars me out a bit watching it.
It is sort of possible in real
They're
life.
not in like superhero territory.
Pass.
I'd say it's a pass.
Yeah, pass. The swan dive into hay, iconic Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you can't have a game without it.
Yeah, it is one of the funnest things on the game. Height-wise, down into hay, that looks relatively possible, that one.
Yeah, I think your setup, you might need a bit more hay.
You see the way he cracked his back at the end of that?
Yeah.
Very realistic
I
to
mean,
how
this-
you would get out of that hay bale at that height.
There's a stuntman we know, Greg Townley, who broke his back doing this, the leap of faith move into an airbag, and it was solely because he overcooked it a tiny bit.
You clip the
Yeah.
edges, you're dead, basically. Okay, right, this is 35 stories up, terminal velocity down to some hay. This is, well, leaves! Not hay.
Anything 4 foot deep is not enough time
Yeah, true,
to decelerate.
true, yeah.
There'd be a perfect assassin's outline in the floor underneath the actual cart that the leaves are in. Like, he'd be ploughing straight through the bottom of that.
He would be the leaves after that.
Yeah. I mean,
This first one's a dive into water. We'd totally do that. El
100%.
Roquito.
Yeah.
That one we'd do.
I think physically doable. Their accuracy still insane.
Yeah.
But when you're getting over the sort of 6, 7, 8 story mark, it's questionable. When you're getting off the peak of the cathedral, I'm sorry.
That's far too high. Not happening.
Fail.
It's a fail on the realism level.
There's a lot of greenery there. We call it getting greened in parkour when you step on a leaf and all the juices make you slip.
He would have been green there.
He'd been greened hard, yeah. No, he's not.
What era is this game? In what year do we know?
French Revolution.
I am pretty sure at that time they did not have double glazing windows, so he would have put his foot straight through these windows. Single glazing at that time, I'm pretty sure. Those tiles would be cracking all over the joint. Smashed tiles, but it looks like back in the French Revolution the tiles were made out of stronger stuff.
Whoa.
Dinos are off the scale. Wait a minute! You can't just go up a bald head like that with no
Look at
handhold.
this. We tried that recently.
It's impossible. For me, the last clip of him jumping on top of the bald head and being able to mantle it just without any like leak of power or speed, it makes it a fail for me. Yeah. Oh, here we go. We've done that recently. It's a bit of vuurlippen.
Vuurlippen.
And again, some Dutch canal hopping, but over buildings, not water. Does look pretty realistic, to be fair.
That
Toby's the British record holder, so he'll be able to tell pretty easily. I thought I'd just drop that in for you.
How that happened.
In real life, that would be totally possible.
Totally
possible.
Yeah. How have we not done that in the streets yet? Maybe not to a thatched awning like that. But yeah. In terms of the physics and the actual ability to do it, that's the most realistic thing we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I'd let him off for the random perfectly placed pole and give it a pass, personally.
Yeah, I think it's a pass for me as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's too fast.
The thing is, you can do it, though.
You can do it, but the thing is with rope as well, that it has the invisible twist, which is like
Exactly.
the rope will twist like that. which means it's just so much harder to balance on compared to like solid rails. That is something that we would probably do. That spot is amazing. A rope balance across water like that. Oh my goodness!
Wait,
what? Go.
Wow.
One story.
I mean, that height drop, I think it was 2. And he lands on that
rope
without... rope. It's not happening. I'd love to see someone try that, because that would be a serious ragdoll of a situation.
It's a wipeout.
Like,
it's a definite wipeout.
That would be brutal.
It's the speed in which he's ran across the rope and the 2-story drop to a perpy rope like that. Balancing on Assassin's Creed, that's a fail for me.
That's rock bottom fail, yeah.
Rock bottom fail so far. Wait, is that should be faster, that slide. Pretty sure.
They finally slowed something down in the game.
Why is that slow? Gravity is definitely stronger than that. He catches one crack with his foot and he's going to be pitched forward head first, tomahawking down the pyramid. There's absolutely zero way he slides like that. He needs to be back against the slide, like all his weight into the slide. None of it forward. So if that's our only 2 clips of sliding, it's not looking good, bruv.
It's really not looking good. Why they slowed it down out of all things? They've sped up everything else. And then the one thing where you'd be hitting Mach 10.
It's nice to see that you've got 2 mechanics in the game. Sort of one where you're sort of trying to slow yourself down and one where you just like tuck it all in and go hell forever.
Yeah.
Which is really cool element of the game. We've done a lot of slides over the last year or so. We've got into it a lot more. The realization that we've made is that once you start sliding on a really steep surface, you can't really slow down. You only get faster. That, I'd give it a pass. If we didn't see the pyramid, I'd give it a pass. But having seen the pyramid, it's a fail. You can't just slide down the pyramid like that.
No, you can't. You can't. To be fair, you can't.
Up like
You can't. Is that dust his hands
or the gloves
or the rope or the gloves? Like, has he got the gloves on? I mean, like. Let's be real. If possible, you're just down to the bone by there.
You'd need like metal-plated gloves.
Here we go.
Sure. Oh, sick! He's got a little hook.
This is sick.
Yeah, that's well possible.
This is the dream. We've dreamt of this for years. Oh yeah, definitely.
Minus the hands one, but if we're going to look at the one where he's hooked on with a hook, that is totally possible, totally feasible.
Yeah.
Happy to give this one a pass.
Definitely a pass.
All right, so we're looking at the grappling hook feature here. Randomly shooting it out of nowhere, which is a bit random. But having recent experience with grappling hooks, I know that it does actually take a few attempts to get a good one, often. Looks like she's an absolute seasoned pro at finding the sweet spot of sticking the grappling hook to the right point.
Indiana Jones level accuracy. This is another level of outrageous.
A whole new level.
That's actually a bit, it's actually a bit of a shame for me personally. But the whole, upward zip lining on one arm. Poof.
Yeah, and the way he's gone up the vertical one as well, like sort of bunching up, but then he like pulls up, but then somehow accelerates 10 meters further than his pull. Is impossible. Looks cool. I would probably use it in the game, but for a realism perspective, it's not there.
Big fail, unfortunately. That was good.
Yeah, overall, that was really fun watch.
That was way more interesting, having done like years of development on our own game. The last 5 years we've been working on our own parkour game. You got to remember, we're working with a scale that doesn't have Storror Parkour Pro on the market yet. Do you know what I mean?
If I'm looking at it like this, I'd probably put like Storror Parkour Pro, obviously an A, and then Assassin's Creed C.
Assassin's Creed, a pioneer of using parkour in a game that isn't entirely parkour focused, and it's basically just packed with absolute dream moves, the stuff you imagine doing when you're a little kid.
The biggest difference between real life and the parkour in Assassin's Creed would probably be the endurance, being able to just climb and run around without dropping any level of energy. Also, just in parkour, no one ever just runs and commits to stuff without looking. In parkour in real life, you check, you measure, you prep, and it's such a slower process. Sorry to break down the
People do think we just get up there and just start running, don't they? Like they do just think that's
never
the case.
happens.
There's like a methodical breakdown that sometimes takes, hours, days, like weeks even of like mental prep, And
yeah, that was great fun.
That was good.
That. Yeah,
that was
really
good.
Enjoyed that. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much for having us. Like, comment and subscribe to PC Gamer's YouTube channel for more reality checks from experts like us, and we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.